Have you heard anything recently about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I don't give a rat's arse about Sean Hampton, his shelter, or any of the losers who sleep there.
Okay. Den könnten wir auch mal besuchen, wenn wir schon mal hier sind. Über die Teile der Stadt.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Okay.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No? Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Okay.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Der Typ hasst eigentlich alle, bis auf Tom, den Typ aus der Kneipe.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. It's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Es geht
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Okay, da ist noch nichts frei.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Wir haben ihn geheilt, wir haben eine neue Nebenquest, halt irgendwas mit wegen seiner abgeschnittenen Mutter. So, aber eigentlich war ich nicht wegen ihm hier. Der ist auch unbekannt.
Hypocrites.
Hi!
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Tag. Blutarmut. Ah gut, ich hab dafür die Medizin. Okay, kriegst du gleich, Junge.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bitte, bitte.
Heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter lately?
Well, I heard that Mr. Hampton has been very sick, but now he's better.
Das hört sich gut an, weil wir wissen ja, warum es ihm besser geht.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Warum meinen nicht die Leute?
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse.
Oh.
Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Oh, Mann. Vielleicht bist du nur ein bisschen tollpatschig, aber du bringst nicht Unglück, Junge.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
Oh, der tut mir leid, ey.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Hoffentlich gehen die nicht nach Whitechapel, weil da sind ja die polnische Flüchtlinge, glaube ich, ne? Hatten die alle für Kommunisten. Kommt ja vor. Bist du allein?
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
Das ist tragisch. Wir sind alle allein. Du solltest vorsichtig sein.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost,
Oh.
even if we're not related.
Also die Mutter von dem Typi da? Der ist... Okay. Okay.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Wo finde ich die Mrs. Fishburne?
Good evening, madam. I'm
Ah,
Dr.
here.
Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
Gerade mal ein bisschen
It's
Vampir-Beeinflussung.
Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne.
Jo.
And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Genau, lass den Doktor rein. Der macht dir nichts. Nee, wir sind der gute Vampir, wir machen wirklich nichts. Wo ist sie hin?
Gentlemen are easy targets in these
Ach, da ist sie. Kann ich hier looten? Ja, geil, ich kann hier looten. Moment. Erst einmal... Meine Stimme kam ab, verdammt. Looten, looten, looten. Hier gibt's nicht viel zu looten. Scheiße. Looten,
Is that
looten.
too long, sir?
So. Ah, die ist gesund, das ist gut. Looten.
It's locked.
Oh, I know.
So you have questions about the flu then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't
Sind Sie
like
grad
strangers
abgeholt?
coming in the house.
Bisschen.
Do you have any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I just heard the sad saint keeps on helping the sick and poor. God bless his soul.
Na, das ist gut.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But
Ja,
you're
das
not.
ist wahr.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Oh.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Die Epidemie erzeugt Gewalt, Gewalt zerrt von Armut. Ja, ist beides richtig.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope Factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Ist jemand im Krieg verstorben? Wie zahlen sie ihre Miete?
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Oh. Jetzt noch X2.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Na, ich wollte eigentlich noch die Quest machen. Ja, mache ich auch jetzt. Eigentlich nur die Quest.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries.
Wo ist der Simo hin? Ich will mit dem noch mal kurz reden. Da ist er. Jo, Digga. Läuft.
Good evening, Mr. Fishman.
Yeah, yeah.
Ne, ist nichts frei, okay. Ich dachte jetzt,
Goodbye,
wir
Mr.
mit
Fishburne.
Rufus gesprochen haben und mit seiner Mutter, dass irgendwas. Obwohl das Thema angesagt wird, das weiß. So. Ja, wo ist denn jetzt Edwina? Ach, die war ja, glaube ich, ein Händler hier, ne? So, Moment. Falsch. Ich wollte nichts anderes gucken. Okay, der erholt sich, der erholt sich. Der ist noch nicht da. Die gehören wohl zusammen. Die lernen wir ja gleich oder nachher kennen wir durch die Quest. Aber erstmal gehen wir zu Edwina. Okay, läuft. Wir lernen hier wieder mehr Leute kennen. Jetzt muss ich nur mal gucken. Wo war Edwina? Da, Edwina Cox. Jo, Digga.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What
Neue.
do you want?
Ich habe es zum Massengrab in Suffolk geschafft. Erstmal die anderen.
Have you got any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
As long as he keeps on helping the poor, I'll keep my boys at bay, even if he pisses them off.
Okay, ja, ihr hättet sowieso keine Chance mehr gegen ihn, glaube ich. Ach du Scheiße, alles freigeschaltet.
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys, that's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Ach ja.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, also zu der Zeit vielleicht. Oh Gott, meine Stimme. Okay. Sie verbergen ein weiches Herz. Ich bin nicht leicht zu schockieren. Ich glaube, sie haben ihn manipuliert. Ja.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Ja, ja, spiel nur weiter die harte Scheiße. Ich habe, glaube ich, gerade was falsch gemacht.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the Wet Boot Boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
Jo.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
Coolio. Alter, 50 Schilling. Er läuft.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all